Hello, howdy folks. This is the finished product of a bow I had started working on months and months ago. A black locust bow that I fire hardened. I think it's 61 inches knock to knock, 55 pounds. I ended up putting a riser in right here of some Osage orange, shaped it out, and then that's some hemp that I wrapped around it. And then after I wrapped the hemp around it, I thinned out some epoxy and did a couple coats of that, let it soak into the hemp. Then I sanded it down some, got it nice and smooth, rubbed some bear grease into that as well as the belly. Now as for this side, I backed the bow with Sinew, and I did use hide glue. Once that was all dried, what I did was I threw a thin coat of Titebond 3 over top of that Sinew job to waterproof it. Try and keep it a little bit weatherproof. I live in the southeast, super humid. Hopefully that'll help. So I made this video last night. I was just finishing up the video. I was shooting a few more arrows and I nailed my camera trying to be slick. The OtterBox, you know, they're pretty tough, but it definitely destroyed my phone. This is the phone I always would use to film. Yeah. That's what it did to my phone. Destroyed. I really like this phone. So I had to go get myself a new phone. Y'all have to let me know how the quality of this video is, if you notice a difference. I can do 4K on this phone. Train's coming. In the original video of me crafting this bow, one of the comments was somebody saying that there was just a tad too much wind in their opinion, and they were very curious as to what I was going to do about that tad too much wind, and they really thought that I had too much wind on this bow and that it wasn't going to have the arrows flying true. And I didn't know what the heck they were even talking about. I still don't really know. I've asked a few different bowyers. Nobody really knows. The only thing I can really come up with is that I watched different bowyers making bows, and I think Dan Santana Bows, that guy's got a pretty awesome channel on YouTube. Really cool, fun videos. They're really neat to watch. He does an awesome job. Heck of a lot better than me. And that guy, I remember he did a video that was talking about how it was the 6 different ways to back a bow. One of those ways was wind. So I wonder, the only thing I can think of why this comment on YouTube said there's a tad too much wind for this bow's arrows to fly true, the only thing I could think of would be that because it wasn't backed and it was black locust. But, you know, some of the Native Americans and Cherokee, they make black locust bows and they don't back them, you know. On the East Coast, it's not really sensible to sinew back a bow with all the humidity down here, but, you know, there's ways around it. Like I did something that was very, you know, not to tradition by putting a little Titebond over this sinew to keep it from being affected by the weather. But here's the finished product. I'm all done. Fire hardened belly. I was shooting this bow some last night, and this is my most powerful bow I own. Like, some of the arrows were zipping through the bale of hay I'm shooting. Like, every once in a while. I don't know if it was just hitting the right pocket or what, but very, very happy with this bow. Very proud of it. I guess I'll sling a couple arrows down there into the hay bale. All right, y'all. Hey, Virgil, come on, over here. See what we get. Where'd that one go? There. Last thing I want to do is check the poundage. I did a little more tillering, final tiller after the Sinew dried. £70. $67. $67. 67. So I'm up at around 67 pounds. "26" draw. Yeah, roughly 26" draw, 67-pound bow. All right, what do y'all think? This is a powerhouse of a bow. I'd feel 100% comfortable taking this hunting, and there's a very good chance at some point I will take this hunting. What do y'all think of the finished black locust bow? How's that for a tad too much wind? I'll catch you on the next one. See ya!